Good morning, good morning, good morning, my wonderful Facebook friends and family. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? Hey, it's another beautiful day here in Houston. We scheduled to get some rain, which we much needed. Much needed rain. The grass and the plants need the rain. But how are you doing today? Well, today we have a next topic. The topic today that I want to talk about is managing time and change. Managing time and change. How do you spend your time? Time is a currency. We say, I spend time, or I just ask you, how do you spend your time? Let's take this pandemic, for example, right now. How are you spending the time that you have right now? How are you spending the time? Are you getting yourself better in some other area? Are you watching a lot of TV? Are you playing games on your phone? Are you reading some books? How are you spending that time that you have right now? Are you one of those people out at home worrying about what's going to happen next, how I'm going to pay the bills, if I'm going to get my job back? Let me tell you what the other scripture said in Matthew 6:27 said concerning that. Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Let me pause there a little bit. And let me go on and tell you what Mr. Job said in Job 14:5. And why you can't even add a single hour to your life. Job 14:5 said, a person's days are determined. You have decreed, you meaning God, have decreed the number of our months. He had decreed the number of our months. Then he went on to say, and set limits he cannot exceed. So we have a certain amount of time here. We have a certain amount of time here. And we to do a certain mission. And we have to use the time wisely, doing what God put us down here to do. So I want to ask you again, how are you spending your time and managing the changes that's coming about in your life? Because we are where we are based on how we spend our time. We are where we are in life based on how we spend our time. We get good at what we spend our time on. Whatever you spend your time on, that's what you're going to get good at. That's why we study when we're in school. That's why the athletes spend so much time training, because they're trying to get good at something. And there's a stat out there that said once you spend 10,000 hours or more on something, you'll become a master at it. So look and see, what am I spending my time on? Because if you spend your time reading an educational book, you'll get some knowledge. If you spend your time perfecting yourself in that gift that you found, you'll get good at it. But if you spend your time, some of the kids spend the time on Fortnite, and they reach the highest level they can reach on Fortnite. They will get good at it because that's the law. The universe operates on laws. And whatever you spend your time on, you will get good at it. But think about it. If you spend your time on nothing, the same law, you will get good at doing nothing. So just look at what you're doing right now. Look at the changes in your life. You change. You get older, right? We get older. We don't have the same level of energy at 25 that we have at 50. We know that time is coming. How are we planning for that change in our life? You get a promotion in your job. You went from an hourly worker to a manager. How are you managing that change in your life? It's a change in your life. Are you going to be hanging out with the same people doing the same thing when you were hourly versus when you are a manager? Your kids probably just gone off to college. How are you managing that change? It might cost more. How are you managing that change? So change and time is two things we cannot stop. We only have to manage it. But only way to manage it is by planning. Do you know the celebrities pay people to manage their time? Because they figure this out. Time is money. Your time is your currency. That's your currency. And what you purchase with your currency is what you have. So time is money. And one thing God gave us equally, the beggar on the street, the homeless person, the CEO, the president, a king, a queen, you, me, we all have 24 hours in each day. No one have more and no one have less. We all have 24 hours in each day. Each day, we only have 24 hours. We all have the same amount. But the only difference with a successful person, with a person who not reached their full potential, is how they're spending that time. Think about it. Your time is like $1,000. What are you spending? What you buy with your money, that's what you're going to have. So how are you spending the time? So that's the reason why the celebrities and successful people, when you're going to see them, they have to say, let me check my schedule first. Let me check my schedule, because they planned out every minute of their day. They have someone keeping track of that. And that's why they do appointments. You don't just walk up on an important person and get to see them. You have to set an appointment, because they're trying to organize the time. So search yourself right now. And the next time someone said, happy birthday to you, or happy new year, pause and ask yourself, what did I do with the last year? What did I do with the last year from my last birthday to now? Or what did I do with 2019? This is 2020. How did I spend the time in 2019? I'm excited for the new year or a new birthday. But what are my plans for my time for this new year? What are my plans for the time for this new year? And if you don't have a plan, you're going to be lost. It's just like your GPS in your car, the people who drive. Just like your GPS. If you know a destination where you're going, you put it in there, you put the address in the GPS. The GPS will get you there. But guess what happened along the way? There's an accident along your route. The GPS can simply say, rerouting, and they can find you a different route to get to that destination. It might take you a little longer, but the GPS don't just go confused. It don't panic. The GPS is just rerouting. I know where we're going. I just have to find the next way to get us there, because the route that I had for you, it's something is happening along the line. And it's just like us right now. If we didn't have a plan, and when we hit this pandemic here right now, we'll all be confused and wondering what next. You never ask yourself, I don't know what next. But if you had a plan, just like the GPS, you could say, rerouting. I know where I'm going. The pandemic slowed me up for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. But I know I just have to look for the different route, because I know my destination. So I just have to look for a different route to get to that destination. So guys, time and change is two very, very important things that we cannot stop them. The only thing we can do is manage them. And you have to have a plan to manage them. So in your quiet moments right now, look and see, how am I spending my time? What am I doing? You need a promotion in your job. You need to be promoted. You're an hourly worker. You want to get to a supervisory position. Look at what it requires to become the supervisor. Look at what's requirements to be the supervisor. Maybe it's a few more courses you just need to take. Maybe you just need to learn a different skill in the office. Whatever it is, you go and spend your time on that thing that you need to move up to the next level. Spend your time on that, because remember, what you spend your time on, you get good at. And here's the next little tip. People pay you. This is how people determine your worth. People pay you for the job that you do, how well you do that job, and how easy it is to replace you. I'm going that over again. The job that you do, how well you do your job, and how easy it is to replace you. So if you want to make yourself valuable, spend your time making yourself valuable. You could be a security guard, but you spend your time being the best security guard, learning everything you need to know about that trade. No one would want to touch you. They will give you the raises, they will give you the promotions to keep you, because it's going to be very difficult to replace you. Very difficult to replace you. So you spend your time, guys. Time and change. Time and change. The only way to manage them effectively is through a plan. So guys, I want to urge you right now, look back, do a little self-reflection and see, how am I spending my time? How am I spending this valuable currency that I've been blessed with? And think and ask yourself, why is the celebrities paying people to manage their time? Do they know something that I don't know? Do they know something that I don't know? And why? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I don't want to go on too long. Tomorrow, I'll expand a little bit more on this topic. And we will get into why is it necessary to have a vision, to have a plan. Why is it necessary? So guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Have a great day. And I'll be on sometime around the same time tomorrow. So have a blessed day wherever you are. And everyone that checked in, thanks for checking in. I see some regulars here. I see Tammy Prince. I see Miss Hamer. Thank you for checking in. Ronette. Thank you, Ronette. Thank you for checking in. Hope you're being blessed by this. All right, you guys have a great day. Goodbye.